Hello everyone and welcome back. Now, here we are look, it's 2025, right? And the government's still treating Tommy Robinson like he's plotting to blow up the Tower of London with a rubber duck and a prayer mat. No, seriously. Tommy Robinson, that bloke who dares to say out loud what half the country whispers in the pub about the endless parade of jihadi cheerleaders and two-tier policing. He's just been dragged through another farce of a trial, accused of being a terrorist. Ah dear, because he wouldn't hand over his phone PIN at the Channel Tunnel. And the verdict? Oh, don't worry, the judge couldn't be asked to deliver it yesterday, no. He's saving that gem for November the 4th for some reason. I mean, why? Well, because Tommy's off to Israel as a guest of the government there. Yes, the Israeli government invited him, while our lot treats him like public enemy number one. Pathetic doesn't even begin to cover it. So let's rewind, shall we? July last year, I think it was. Am I right? Correct me in the comments. Anyway, Tommy's minding his own business, heading off for a bit of sun in Benidorm. He's driving in a swanky Bentley. Not his, mind you, but hey, maybe Elon Musk lent it to him or something. He's got a wad of cash on him, 13 grand in pounds and nearly 2 in euros. Shocking, I know. Who travels with money these days anyway? So the coppers spot him, clock his Tommy, and suddenly it's all hands on deck, isn't it? Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act gets dusted off faster than you can say profiling. They haul him in, nick his phone and demand the PIN. Why? Because apparently driving a nice car you don't own, buying your tunnel ticket on the spot and being a bit shirty when questioned, plus, oh yeah, your notoriety for hanging with far-right types. That's a one-way ticket to terror suspect status, isn't it? So the prosecutor, Jo Morris I think her name is, she stood up in court yesterday and admitted it straight out. Yeah, there were flaws in how they nabbed him. No evidence he's actually involved in any terror shenanigans. But then she shrugs it off like it's no biggie. Even if the judge thinks it was a bit dodgy, even if the evidence is rubbish, it doesn't matter. Hand over the PIN. Now, are you kidding me? That's not the law, that's a shakedown. It's like saying, we might have burgled your house on a whim, but while we're there, cough up the safe code, please. And the reasons they trot out? Driving a high-value car not in his name. Dude, half the footballers in the Premier League do that. Not booking the tunnel in advance? What, so now spontaneity is a terror tactic? Evasive when questioned? If I'd been stitched up as many times as Tommy, I'd be evasive too. And definitely be a bit grumpy. Probably tell him to sod off in Latin, you know, and the kicker is his notoriety for associating with far-right activists. Notoriety? Jesus Christ, that's code for he disagrees with the BBC narrative, basically. The defence barrister, I think his name's Alistair Williamson. Again, correct me in the comments, he tore that apart like a wet paper tissue. Hang on, he says. You don't even put that in your evidence, and by the way, detaining someone for their political views, that's not counter-terrorism, that's bloody fascism. And here's the outrage, alright? The judge, Sam Guzzi, could have wrapped this up yesterday. The evidence was laid bare, we all heard it, no terror links, no plots, just a man who won't bend over for the state's fishing expedition into his private life. But no, verdict delayed, isn't it? First they floated, I think it was October the 21st, but Tommy's barrister pipes up, sorry, got a state visit to Israel lined up. I think he's visiting the Nova Festival site, Knesset, Yad Vashem, the works, and invited by the Minister for Diaspora Affairs himself. So they bump it to November the 4th. Accommodate his travel arrangements? How generous. Makes you wonder what else they're accommodating in the meantime, doesn't it? Political phone calls from Whitehall maybe? A quick huddle with the Home Office to make sure the scales stay tipped? Because, let's face it, folks, this isn't about justice, it's about punishment by process. Dragging it out costs Tommy a fortune. Another day in court, another hit to the wallet. Even if Elon's picking up the tab this time. And as taxpayers, well, we're footing the bill for this clown show, aren't we? Thousands down the drain on coppers, prosecutors and judges playing let's pretend terrorist with a journalist who exposes grooming gangs while the real threats get kid-glove treatment. And you know what's immoral here? Not just a stitch-up on Tommy. That's part of the course, isn't it, in this banana republic we're calling home. It's the rot at the heart of it all, a system so terrified of one man's voice that they'll twist anti-terror laws into a gag for anyone who notices the Emperor's got no clothes. No lawful basis to detain him under the Terrorism Act? Fine, says the prosecution. Still, give us the PIN. That's not protecting the public, that's protecting the powerful from scrutiny. Tommy's phone might have sources, contacts, stories about vulnerable girls getting shafted by the state, and other things. But nah, better lock him up for 3 months or fine him $2,500 just to send a message. Speak out and we'll bleed you dry. So enough of this bollocks. This political prosecution has to stop. Now, doesn't it? It's not just an attack on Tommy, it's an assault on every one of us who still believes in free speech and in truth over tyranny. The waste of money alone would fix potholes from here to Hadrian's Wall, wouldn't it? But more than that, it's poisoning the soul of this country. So we all better wake up before they come for our pin next. Probably for liking the wrong tweet about halal in schools. So Tommy's off to Israel to stand with the free world. Maybe he can smuggle back a backbone for the rest of us. In the meantime, I hope Tommy keeps fighting because he's one of the last few sane men in the asylum. So there we go, that's the latest in the Tommy Robinson fiasco. Please let me know what you think in the comments as usual. And that's that. I'm Paz49, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Roger Trout.